Hey, what's up, guys? This is Team Hard Life Captain Alberto Zertuche, and I'm here at the shop, sort of. Been down and out for the last few days. Went hard really this weekend for the last day of that fishing tournament, and I probably didn't get any sleep for about 48 hours. It was pretty intense. But as the cold front, coming in and stuff like that, it really took a toll on me and my body. So I was down and out for 2 days. I'm barely back in the shop, so I got a lot of catching up to do, get y'all caught up, and thank you for your patience. So we'll see how it goes.
Gotta bite. I think I got a lot of stress on my mind. It's a nice day to go. Yeah, I got a line. I'ma call the whole team.
All right, so again, guys, just giving y'all a heads up to the rod industry is about to go through a huge, it's already been going through. It's something that we've been dealing with for months now with our Team Hard Life rods. It's been a nuisance. It's something that I did not anticipate or could even fathom to see into the future of what was going to happen. Now, the major thing that's going on now is the weather. The weather is really taking a toll on rod builders right now, because the epoxy, once they have it wrapped, being able to epoxy and have it cured correctly is a big thing, because if it doesn't cure correctly, there are times where they have to strip it and redo their work, depending on how well it goes or how well it doesn't go. I'm not a rod builder myself. I just know and hear the horror stories of doing immaculate wraps, getting it to cure, semi-cure, not cure, and then they end up having to strip it because it will not cure. It will not get that hardened look, so that way it won't be damaged. And for them, it really is it's a loss for them, because just because it does that, I don't get charged more. I don't charge my customers more. It's all on them, and it really does. It really can take a toll on rod builders, staying within those parameters of being able to wrap their rods, and, well, not really wrap the rods. I mean, obviously I would say, yeah, because, I mean, if you're too cold, you cannot, wrap rods and stuff like that. And a lot of people say, well, they should have, an indoor area and stuff like that. It is true. But depending on how many people walking in and out of that place and stuff like that, they got to make sure that it's debris free, lint free, and all kinds of stuff, and even rodent free. I mean, I don't know if y'all saw that one a while back. One of our rod builders actually had a mouse get trapped onto a reel as it was spinning throughout the night. Yeah, that sucked. You had to strip it all down because it made it like halfway up the rod, and just demolished a whole bunch of epoxy and everything. And so he really had to backtrack and do it all. So on that note, guys, I have multiple rods. He's got about a dozen of them that are already wrapped. We're just waiting for the epoxy to be in the right element for him to epoxy up and get out to us. I mean, since he hasn't been able to epoxy, what he's been doing is just knocking out the wraps, so that way once they're done, you put them up there, epoxy them, and get them to us. So like I said, guys, this is something besides the corona going through, power outages. It's just it's not real easy just to find new guys to build the rods the way we want them built, and also to compete with the price level that we're trying to keep it at, in order to keep our rods very cost effective or within a good price range, guys. This is something that we pride ourselves on, is making sure that our prices are within market value and stuff like that, because obviously when you're paying an artist to do their work, that you're paying them for their time, their patience, their knowledge, and everything else. A lot of times they cut themselves short, on the amount of product they put out for that time period. I mean, they really do gotta love what they do and stuff like that. And yes, it's their job or whatever. Maybe it's a side job or whatever it may be. We're kind of at the mercy of them, and trying to go with other guys, who may be a lot faster or whatever, but they might not come out with the quality that we're looking for, or they may not come out with the price that we're also looking for, because we've already pre-sold it to y'all. So we're kind of at a balance, you know, guys. We want the high quality, but also too we want the right price. Yeah, we can pay for high quality, but then you're gonna pay high price, and then, you know, where would it be on that note? We probably wouldn't even have a rod sold and stuff like that. So we're looking for y'all's best interest in it, and we're gonna keep it going as much as we can, because that's the other question we get asked. We're like, man, you sell these rods, but you can't even use them. I said, I know. I was like, I ended up having to use my own customs, because I originally had a set built specifically for us, for the team, but our customers were like, no, I don't want to wait, and you know, and they were willing to pay full value for the rods, even though we had already been using them for months, you know, and beat them up, and they're like, dude, we don't care. And a lot of those guys still have those rods, so it's just it's a speed bump road that we gotta go through, and we are getting through it, and it is getting better. A lot more parts have been rolling in. We've been doing videos of showing you the tons of parts we've been getting in, and you know, with that note too, once they became available, I overly bought more than what I needed. Normally I was just buying what I was able to afford because of the amount of rods that were sold. So normally I was getting, you know, the amount of, you know, 6 rods or 12 rods. This time I jumped up to 80 rod components, so that way I'm that far ahead for all future sales and stuff like that. And just to make sure that once we got, you know, to the level where we only have, you know, 10 or 20 left, then I'll already have my order placed, so that gives me a cushion to be able to sell those next rods and not, you know, have a 6-month wait of parts. It was yeah, guys, I don't like that. I don't like having pending orders on me. I like to get them in, get them out, and get them done with as quickly as possible. So, on that note, we do have a box here, and it's from Abbott. And to tell you the truth, right now my mind is still foggy and kind of wore out. So I don't know if I'll be able to pull a full day, but I'm doing the best I can. Dizzy there from leaning over. Yeah, I'm not at 100% yet, guys, but I'm getting there. I did go get COVID tested and came back negative, which is a great thing. But I know I'm still probably gonna be a day or two, but before I'm up to 100%. So our parts are there. We're good. We got a purple LX Raptor. Oh, this is awesome. Oh, that gave me some chills right there. Yes, it's already been a few days and I ain't gone fishing. I'm already feeling it, but yeah, I'm gonna have to hold out a little bit longer, guys. My body ain't all the way up where it needs to be to battle the elements. That is an aluminum reel seat right there, guys. A 4-post harness in aluminum. Wow. Ain't seen one of those in a minute. They actually stopped making them, so I definitely got to get on the phone real quick to find out if they're going to start producing those again. Because if they are, that's going to be a huge, huge bonus. Because I know a lot of people that have been requesting them and they stopped making them. And yeah, if that's the case, I know I'm gonna have to pre-place some more for some more colors. So stand by, guys. I need to find out. No, this is Albert with Hardline, or actually, I don't know who can answer the question, but I just received an ADT Rex, and it had a 4-post harness that is in black, and it's aluminum. Are y'all gonna start making them in aluminum, or was this like a one-off?
Yes.
Awesome, good deal.
Yes. So we just received it, so whatever new wheels was shipped out already before we got it, it's going to be plastics. But as we're getting calls that they break and whatnot, we go ahead and send out the aluminum cuts for you.
Awesome. What colors are y'all going to be doing?
We're only doing black and silver.
Okay. Okay. All right. Well, that's good to hear. Thank you very much. Okay. Bye-bye. Yes! They're back with the aluminum ones. The only reason being is because, I don't know, I've never heard of one breaking. She said somebody said they broke one. I haven't heard of one. But yes, that was something that I know a lot of people are going to be really happy to hear. And yeah, buddy. Yes, sir. Love that sound. I need to get back out on the beach for some shark. Yes, I do. All right. All right, guys. So after the, I wasn't able to meet up with the Texas Braid. So I got back with the customer. He told me to go ahead and just spool it onto the reel and just tie it as I would do hollow core, because he needs some kind of braid onto his reel for a fishing trip that he got coming up. So because of that, I'm going to go ahead and go through it, spool it up, and continue on the testing with this Texas Braid. And again, guys, not to be confused with tight line braid. Texas Braid is a rebranded braid. They order it from overseas, and then they down spool it and put it onto other spools, and they sell it as Texas Braid. Tight line braid, y'all have seen now, is manufactured here in Texas. I drove almost 4 hours to get over there, so that way, you know, with the open invite to be able to go through their warehouse of how they assemble the braid and so forth. And man, he went above and beyond by also inviting us to the boat show to be in their stand and, you know, and see how they interact with their customers and stuff like that. And, you know, I kind of did my own little thing there because I wanted to, you know, I wanted to beat up their braid a little bit. And yes, obviously it was a small section of you know, inserting a needle over and over and over and over again. I mean, all day long, that's what we did. So on that note, it was, you know, another way of me testing their braid. Now, granted, for me to sell braid in my house, I need to be able to spool it onto the reels, get line capacities, and then go out and start fishing it. So stay tuned for that. It is coming. I am really excited. You know, after talking with him and learning a lot about what I've been finding and how it was explained. And now, you know, it even opens your eyes more, because now y'all know what to look for when you go out and buy braid, or you make the choice of which braids you want to buy. You know, that you got to remember too, guys. Cheap ain't always good, and good ain't always cheap. So, you know, just remember that. A lot of the braids that are out there are put on the market so that way you can have an affordable alternative. But in the long run, you need to really look at, you know, is it going to be affordable in the long run? Kind of a little tongue twister there and stuff. So, all right, and right here looks like we have a rod that was broken. And wow, one of our team hardline rods. Looks like, yes it is. Oh, he upgraded the grips with some wind grips. looks nice. But man, how do you break it way down here? So this is something that we're gonna have to get with the manufacturer of Tackle Industries. Yep. And we're definitely gonna have to go through them and find out. Because even though it is a rewrap, they are still covered by insurance for the rod. The parts, whatever it can be salvaged, such as the guides, those can be cut off and reused on the rebuild of the rod. Wow, that's pretty tough. So we'll keep you on tune with that as soon as I can get a hold of them after the video and stuff like that. Let's see. Oh, next thing, the drawings. And actually, real quick, well, I'll have already done the drawing for the Team Hard Life rod. By the time I edit this video, it'll already be I've already gone live on the channel, so y'all can check that out. And so we have drawing number 17 for the SX Raptor. We've sold 15 tickets, 15 are left. Drawing number 18 for the MXL Raptor. We've sold 12 tickets, we have 23 left. Drawing number 20 is for the LX Raptor. That's 13 tickets sold, we got 30 left. And the new drawing for the Team Hard Life rod, the drawing number 21, is 5 tickets sold, 21 are left. Alright, so all the reels that do come in the drawing, you get to select from whatever colors are available. And also too, we spool them up for you. So reel with line, ready to rock and roll. On the Team Hard Life rod, whoever wins that one, they get to pick which colors they want to go with. Starting with the rod blank, you can either go with a Vexen or a Tackle Industry, and then you get 3 colors that you can put onto the rod and no extra charge. So it is coming. We got a lot of work to do. I got a lot of work to do. I got to spool up that reel, start doing the seeing what I can find with it, and then I still have the tight line braid where I've got the 1200 yards, so I can start spooling up smaller reels and getting line capacity on them. And yeah, it's a whole new series of spooling videos for the library. This is something that we do with the channel. If you're new to the channel and you haven't subscribed yet, please hit that subscribe button, turn on your notifications, because whatever reel line company or whatever line company decides to send us Braid to test out, we do spooling videos with it, and then if it passes that, then we go to spooling our Team Hard Life reels with it. Then we go fishing. We normally fish it side by side with whatever brand we are currently using. Most of the time, whatever's already on the reels, I do not down spool and re-spool new braid, because I don't have those kind of deep pockets, guys. So I use whatever's on there. Most of the braid that's on there, some of it is pretty old. I mean, we got some a couple of years old and stuff like that, but it gives us an insight whether that braid can even make it to that level. The last time we did a test like that, that new braid couldn't even stand up against 2-year-old braid. So, you know, it's there. You know, it was when we were doing the extreme braid against Jerry Brown at that time. This time, it'll be tight line braid going up against Cortland. So it's a new braid, but as you've seen in the video when we went behind the scenes, they take great care in building their braid. So this is going to be an extreme, I think, battle of the giants on the hollow core braids, and I look forward to it. It's going to be pretty sweet. So I'm excited, really excited, but now I've got to get to spooling, I've got to get to tickets, and I got inbound customers. Y'all have a good one.